This is Dennis from the Ages of Rock podcast, and I'm Dennis Talbott, and I'm sitting with Joey Talbott.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine. Interesting story about Joey. On the internet one day on Facebook, looking around, and I don't even. What was it a post? And you?
Yeah, it was some. I can't remember what a Kiss post on something. Maybe Mitch or somebody.
Yeah, and actually it was about that, and it said Joey Talbott. And what's unusual is Talbott. Our names are spelled Talbott. Usually it's one T.
Yeah.
The two T is very unusual. So I thought, what the hell? So I sent you a message. And I'm like going, dude, I don't want to be weird or anything, but curious, where you at or where are you from? Because I'm curious if we were family, we were related at some point, which we weren't.
But yeah, it was cool to find out we had a lot in common though and get to know you.
I friended him on Facebook, and then, like I said, looking through the post, I found out that each of us liked the same type of music. Found out that you had played in a band, and then you were tell us who you opened for at one point.
We opened for Kiss. It was my band Wheelie Bar. We opened for Kiss back in 2010. It was back in Milwaukee at the Marcus Amphitheater. It was a very cool experience.
I bet that was. That was what tour then? That would have been 2010. Had been.
Good question. That would.
Was that the Lost?
How to Show on Earth? I can't remember actually.
Yeah, I don't remember which one that was. Did you get any interaction with the guys or?
Yeah, it was actually so. When we were up doing our sound check, they had just flown in, and we were thinking, okay, we better get out of the way. But they actually came up on stage, and they were like nice as can be. Gene came up and started. He came up from behind and started grabbing my bass. He grabbed my bass and started playing around. And apparently there was one of the guys. I forgot one of the other opening bands. But Gene always gave him a hard time because he played his guitar up really high.
Right.
And I played my bass down pretty low, and so Gene picked up his bass and picked up my bass and started playing. And he was kind of making fun of the other guy, and he put the bass back down. And he said, "See, this guy knows how to play his guitar or whatever." But and then I showed him my Kiss tattoo, and Gene's like, "Yeah, I knew you were a stand-up guy."
There you go.
But yeah, they were nice to me, man. It was a great experience.
That's awesome. Yeah, we've met a couple other people that's open for them, and always had a really good, nothing bad to say. So they always treat them with respect.
Yes, very much.
Not the rock star you would think that they would have been.
Yeah, exactly. And then our band, we were doing the photo op with them, and something was delaying them. We were like wondering what was going on. We were standing in the tent waiting.
Right.
And then I look and I see my kids outside the tent looking petrified. And they're like looking up, and apparently Gene was taking a photo with my wife.
Right.
But the kids were standing there, and I guess they were just horrified, like, oh my God, what is this?
This monster's gonna get mommy,
But it was kind of funny, like man, what's the delay? What's going on? It turns out my wife and kids were out there talking to Gene, and they had a cool experience too.
That's awesome. Yeah, Gene always like that. He's real good with kids and stuff like that.
Yeah, Doc McGee too. He was like, my wife was trying to stay back a little bit, and he's like, no, go up and say hi to Gene, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool.
That is cool. Now, like I said, your name was Wheelie Bar at that time, and I actually went on Spotify, and there was one that the album was on Spotify and listened to it. I thought it was really cool.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Now, is that something that you continue now, or with that band, or are you in another band? Or?
So since then, I was in Milwaukee at the time, and or near Milwaukee, and now I'm in Dallas, and I've been just kind of doing my own thing since being down there, just recording my own solo project, and unfortunately, see the one that's on that you probably heard on. Well, we had several on Spotify, but the one I think that you were talking about is one we did right after we played with Kiss, and we just got back in the studio right away and recorded some songs and sent them their way, and but yeah, that was we had been together since 2000, I think, so, and I think we were it just unfortunately kind of fizzled out shortly after that.
Kind of run its course.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but I've been trying to stay busy doing my own thing now.
So what type of music are you writing now? I mean, is it still kind of a...
It's very guitar driven, really just more like straight rock and roll, I guess. I don't know, it's like I just kind of, it's kind of all over the place. It depends what I'm in the mood for, I guess. My influences are so all over the place, from like early Devo to like love Cheap Trick, love Kiss, but then even I was even Run DMC, Beastie Boys, So
I saw some of you did that, like everybody has done on Facebook over the last month. Their top 10 albums.
Yeah.
And I noticed
I was a little reluctant to do them. Like, all right, I'll do it. It was fun.
Of course, you had your Kiss, which everybody had.
Number one.
But I saw you had Devo on there. You had, like you said, you had Beastie Boys. You had I can't remember what the other ones, but like same way I am. My tastes vary. I mean, I've got a whole collect. I like basically anything that's done well. So it doesn't really make a difference what genre is. Not much of a rap guy, and not much of the new country. Old country, I don't mind.
Yeah, same here actually. And then, since I moved to Dallas too, I'm kind of in my face a little bit more than I used to.
Here's your boots. Here's your hat.
Yeah, exactly. But It's yeah. Even like in my list, I had I think some people were surprised to see Duran Duran, Rio in there, but man, that's fantastic.
A great album.
It is. Great bass playing, great. Yeah, those guys kind of got overlooked because they kind of got lumped in with like Wham and all those other bands. I think that at the time, but they were fantastic musicians.
Oh, exactly. I mean, they had some great tunes, like you said, and the music was done very well.
Yeah, for sure.
They wrote some great stuff. As far as when you do your recordings, do you do all the instruments yourself, or do you have people that come in?
Yeah, I'm doing everything myself. So
awesome.
I've actually started off. When I started playing a guitarist, and then I think it comes from being a Kiss fan. I kind of, loving each guy in the band, wanted to be like this, wanted to be like that. And I actually played drums for a while, played drums in a couple of bands, and then I went back to guitar, and then another band needed a bass player, so then I became a bass player, and then just stuck with that for a while. And I was like, man, this is,
That's awesome. What are you looking at me, Alan? Alan's standing behind the camera. Alan's like, man, I've been doing all the interviews. Now Dennis is going to jump in. But anyway, well, Joey, like I said, what's been your highlight so far of this at the convention?
Actually, I think it was the performance last night. It was just seeing all those guys on stage together.
Exactly.
Seeing Eric, Bruce, Bob, especially in Ace, seeing Ace out there with all those guys. Man, it was pretty amazing seeing all that.
And I thought Ace actually played very well, considering last week at M3, everybody was freaked out, thinking, oh my gosh, is he fell off the wagon or what? And I saw some video, and he wasn't playing well. And I did talk to a person that I know that was up there and texted him actually that night and said, hey, man, what's the deal? And he just texted me right back and he says, Ace is sick as a dog. I said, I actually talked to him. He said he's got bronchitis. He just feels like crap. And when you're sick, that's what happens.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it sounded like it was lingering. Like he said, he had bronchitis still last night.
But his playing was really good last night.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like I said, we were talking about that earlier. It was sloppy, but that's Ace. He's not Yngwie.
No, it's very true.
But he did real. And considering the man, is almost 70. And he spent the whole day back there signing and taking pictures.
Hundreds of.
I mean, he was up. He was here from about 9 o'clock on.
Yeah.
And I don't think he took too many breaks.
Yeah. And Eric too. It had to be a long day for Eric too. And his parents were here, and his birthday and everything.
Yeah. Parents and sister was here. We met his sister.
Oh, cool.
But and then I tell you what, my highlight of last night was when the Gene Simmons band was up there. And they brought E.T. up, who plays with. He plays with them in the Blonder Than Hell, and then.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
And then sits sometime down there. The dude can sing like Gene Simmons.
He sang amazing on
that. Almost Human was.
Almost Human. That was incredible.
A fantastic song. I was just like, man, this is.
He sounded just like him.
It was great. And excuse me. And like I said tonight, and it's going to be another epic night, I think, as far as music. I mean, when did you think you were going to see Fraley's Comet again?
Yeah, we were just talking to those guys actually a little while ago, and it's just
they're super nice.
Yeah, they are.
We've had John and Todd both on the show, and just super nice people. Like I said, we're all kind of waiting for Anton to show up.
Same here.
Sometime today. Yeah. And but no, we're really looking forward to tonight. I think it's going to be a good show.
Yeah.
And I think Ace is going to be playing again with, like I said, with them.
Yep.
Who else is it tonight? It's I can't remember.
I can't either. Well, the Kulick Brothers again.
Oh, the Kulick Brothers. Yeah. They actually played last night with Ace.
Yeah,
but they kind of sat back and let
it wasn't
Ace
their
do
thing
it.
So much. Yeah, last night.
Exactly. But I tell you what, seeing the video from the last cruise, their performance.
Todd does a great job too on vocals. And,
Yep. Todd's we talked to him yesterday. Real nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
But no, I think that tonight, like I said, from seeing with the cruise, and they dig deep on the Kiss catalog. They play a lot of stuff that Kiss won't play.
Yep.
Some of the stuff from the Paul Stanley solo
album. Which is great.
album.
Even like Almost Human, like last night, I'm just digging that one out. That was
that was awesome. Well, Joey, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, thank you.